Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. The title of our today's video is How to Add FlexiFunnel Form Responses in Google Sheets. So the objective of our today's video is that as soon as a new form is submitted in FlexiFunnels, automatically the details of that form should be added in my Google Sheets too. For this, we are going to create a connection between FlexiFunnels and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger, we are going to use FlexiFunnels, and for action, we are using Google Sheets. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to add FlexiFunnels form responses in Google Sheets. For this, we are going to create a connection between FlexiFunnels and Google Sheets. To create this connection, I have opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is so easy. So as soon as you'll open the landing page of Pabbly, you will get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting two applications, which is FlexiFunnels and Google Sheets. So I'm going to click on Access now. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation I'm going to click on this button right over here which says Create Workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to add FlexiFunnel form responses in Google Sheets. And now we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the command. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application, which is FlexiFunnels, because I want that as soon as a new form is submitted in FlexiFunnels, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select new form submission. And as you can see that it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL to connect our FlexiFunnels account with our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this URL and then we are going to open our FlexiFunnels. And as you can see that this is my dashboard. So I'm going to open my project settings. And then we are going to open my page, which is PC integrations. And as you can see that this is my page, so I'm going to click on edit page. And over here I'm going to select this and click on settings. And then again we are going to click on this settings right over here. And then we are going to click on connect here. And now we are going to go on webhook. And as you can see that it is asking me the webhook name and the webhook URL. So I'm going to give it a dummy name. Let's keep it as test. And for the webhook URL, I'm going to paste the URL I copied from my workflow. After this, I'm going to click on save. And yes, you can see successfully webhook saved. So I'm again going to click on save right over here. And yes, again you can see successfully saved. And then we are going to click on publish. After publishing, I'm going to go on action and then published URL. And yes, you can see that this is the published URL. So I'm going to do a test submission right over here so that Pabbly can capture the response. So for the first name, I'm going to enter it as demo. For the last name, user, email as dummy@pabblytudes.com, and the phone number as this. So after entering all the details, I'm going to click on submit. And yes, you can see your data successfully saved. This means that FlexiFunnels has sent our data to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the details or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the details. Here's the first name. Here's the last name. Over here you can see the email and also the phone number. This means that our trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. So for our action application, we are going to select Google Sheets because I want that as soon as a new form is submitted in my FlexiFunnels account, automatically the details of that form submission should be added to my Google Sheet too. So I'm going to search for Google Sheet and select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select Add New Row. And then again, we are going to click on Connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to click on add a new connection and then sign in with Google. And then after selecting your account, you have to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for. Pabbly is secure and your data is safe with Pabbly. So after clicking on allow, as you can see that we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me the spreadsheet name and the sheet name. So I'm going to open my Google Sheet, and as you can see, the name of my spreadsheet is FlexiFunnels Responses and the name of my sheet is New Responses. So I'm going to select FlexiFunnel Responses right over here. And for the name of the sheet, we are going to select New Responses. I'm getting only one sheet name right over here because I only have a single sheet in my spreadsheet. You will get multiple names if you have multiple sheets. So I'm going to select my sheet name, and after that we are going to map the details of the first name, last name, email and phone number. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected FlexiFunnels as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. So I'm going to open the response and search for first name right over here. And then we are going to map the first name. We are going to do same for the last name. I'm going to search for last name. Map the last name. Again for the email, I'm going to search for email and map the email too. We are going to do same for the phone number. I'm going to search for phone and map the phone number. After mapping all these details, now these details have turned dynamic and these details will change with every new form submitted. So now my workflow is ready to run in real time also because I mapped these details. And now we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that our details have been added to our Google Sheets too. So I'm going to open my Google Sheets and check that if the details have been added or not. And yes, you can see first name demo, last name user, email demo@pabblytudes.com and the dummy phone number has been added to our Google Sheets too. This means that our workflow is successful. So I'll just test the workflow once and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So we are going to open our form and again we are going to do a test submission and check that if Pabbly send the details to the Google Sheets in one click or not. So for the first name, we are going to select test. For the last name, we are going to select user. Email ID as test@pabblytudes.com and for the phone number, I'm going to enter it as this time. And now we are going to click on submit. And as you can see, your data successfully saved. This means that FlexiFunnels has sent our data to our workflow, Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further added the details of this response in our Google Sheets. So this time I'm directly opening my Google Sheets and I'll check that if the details have been added or not. This time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. So I'm going to open my Google Sheets. And yes, you can see first name test, last name user, email test@pabblytudes.com and the same phone number that we entered has been added to our Google Sheets too. This means that our workflow is successful. So I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected FlexiFunnels. For our trigger event, we selected new form submission. And then it gave us a webhook URL. So we used this URL to connect our Pabbly's workflow with our FlexiFunnels account. And then we did a test submission. Pabbly captured the response of the test submission. And then we moved on to our action step. For our action application, we selected Google Sheets. For our action event, we selected Add New Row. We connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. We selected the spreadsheet name, the sheet name. We mapped the details like first name, last name, email and phone number. As soon as we mapped these details, our workflow was ready to run in real time too. Because now these details have turned dynamic. And again, we clicked on save and send test request. And as you can see, these are the two responses we received during this video. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.